We sure do overlook a lot of fatwood. Come on, let me show you what to look for. Alright, got a big hole right there where a pine once stood. A big rock over there that was pushed up in the root ball. So whenever you see this big mound right here, which I know is not showing up on video, you want to scan the area for remnants of wood with fatwood in it, because everything else probably degraded and just left chunks of fatwood everywhere. Here's a good piece right here. Telltale signs of fatwood is where the branches was at, and they have these sharp points right here. It's still full of fatwood. Let's check it out. Let's take it over to the stump and we'll scrape some of that off. This whole piece might be fatwood. Let's go back in the woods and we'll find some more hidden. And here's another likely candidate. Fallen log that's well degraded and decayed. Probe around with your knife. If you hit something hard, this may have fatwood in it. Pretty wet, but when it dries out, it ought to be good. We'll go ahead and try to scrape some up, see if we can make it ignite. But before we head out of here, let me show you this other stump right close by. There's a typical snag of Fatwood. Many times when the dead pine tree falls, it'll leave these snags right here. So we'll take these out and try them also. All right. Here's the piece of log that we broke and shaved down the side. And I already shaved some off of this side. Now, although it's pretty wet, it'll still fire up. Let me show you. That's some good rich Fatwood. When it dries out, it's really going to even be better. Good stuff. It's all around us. We just keep overlooking it. You know, look for those, especially if you go into a forest where you know that pine trees used to grow. You can be on the lookout for those big mounds. You know, most trees, when they grow for 20, 30, 50 years, they pull up the ground around them. There's a mound where they once grew. If you look for that, or if you look for the actual hole in the ground where it used to stand, you're probably going to find some rotted logs with the center of it as good rich Fatwood. So let's try one of those snags that we pulled up out of that stump. Here's both snags, and I did clean this edge up right here. Let's scrape some of this. Make sure you can see that. Good rich Fatwood. All up under our nose, under our feet. We're stepping over it, stepping on it, and we don't even realize how abundant it is. All right, y'all, I appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.